Hey guys, I'm Ben from Streetlight and welcome to the Street Eats Kitchen. We're here with our latest Street Eats dietitian.
Hey guys, I'm Naomi and yep, I'm a dietitian, but really I'm a food enthusiast and not a chef. So everything we do together, I'm learning just as much as you are.
So we're keen to encourage you guys to pick up some ingredients, to get cooking with us and have some fun along the way.
Yeah, and because we're going to be cooking from home, we're going to have a pause function so that you can press pause at your own time, do your cooking and come back to the video when you're ready.
Awesome, so we have some little Street Eats recipe cards and you can find them in the link below and you can download them, print them out and have them ready with you whilst we're going. So let's get started.
Let's get started. Hey, I'm Naomi and today we're going to be cooking some Asian-inspired beef tacos. I've got all my ingredients here, but I have a bit of mise en place to complete before I get into the real cooking. So to begin with, I'm going to start by peeling my carrots because it's going to turn into a bit of a coleslaw. So we have my peeler, my carrots, and we're going to go with this. I like to kind of peel vigorously, but kind of do whole one end and then turn it on the other end so that I don't hurt my fingers and I don't miss a point. But there's a lot of ways to peel a carrot well. Oh, they're going everywhere. Carrot flying everywhere. All right, now the carrots are ready for my coleslaw later on. I'm gonna measure out some marinade. You can normally make your own marinade, but today I'm gonna be using a store-bought amount. And it calls for about 50 milliliters in the recipe, so I'm gonna use a little bit less than 1/4 cup. Like so. Whoop, there we go. That's all done there. The other thing we need to do is juice our limes and cut one into wedges. So I don't have a juicer, so it's a cool opportunity for me to show you what I do to juice my limes or lemons. Cut it in half to do the juicing, like so. Oh, I love limes. And I just think they're such a beautiful vegetable. So here we can juice with just a fork and a nice friendly bowl. And stick it into the center. Use your hands and squeeze around like so. There's not really a perfect way to do this, or maybe there is, but not for me. Just want to get all that juice out that you can. Bit of a hand workout. As for our lime wedges, which we're going to use to serve later on, I'm going to take off the sticker and chop it into halves, like so, and then into quarters, and then once more for good luck. It's a great knife. Careful of the fingies. Voila. Beautiful. Feeling very mise en place. Okay. The final step that we need to do as part of our prep is putting these soft tacos into the oven at a really low temperature so that by the time we finish our coleslaw and our beef, they'll be ready to go. All right. You can use scissors or a knife. Again, always be careful with your fingers. All right. As for the tacos, cook as many as you think you're going to need because they don't really reheat that well. So I'm cooking for 4 people, 2 tacos each. I'm going to go for the whole packet. Over to my oven. Okay. On a really low heat. Cool. Okay, so make sure you've got everything ready and then you can move on to step 1. Step 1 is making our coleslaw. Now you can actually buy these pre-packaged if you're a bit short on time or vegetables, but I'm going to be making a really simple coleslaw from some coriander, the carrot, and some really groovy cabbage. So I'll start with my carrot and chop their tails off as well as the heads. Ta-da! Remember, you can keep all of your extra bits of vegetable and put them, or scraps, and put them into a compost bowl and later put them in your green bin or give them to some chickens. Pick it up like this. Okay, this is a great grater that you can actually put into this Tupperware so that it catches all of the grating that you're doing. I'm going to use the big grates because it's a bit of a nicer feel for the coleslaw. I have a tendency to put the carrot like a 90-degree angle, but if you put it on a 45-degree angle, it makes it a bit easier to grate. That's great. And it's really important to make some mess, as I always say. Ah! It's flying everywhere! So scared. Oh. Also a snack. Too scared for the fingers. Beautiful. So much carrot. As for the coriander, I'm going to chop about this much off just so we get that nice coriander flavor. Of course, if you don't like coriander, feel free to avoid it. And I'm just going to roughly chop it, not too much because I want it to still hold its shape, but I think that's a good amount. Again, into our coleslaw bowl. Final part, we've got a quarter of a cabbage and there's a few ways to tackle it, but I'm going to go with taking out the core, which isn't so good in a coleslaw core, and go with the groove of the cabbage like so. As you can see, it's got some cabbage veins like this, and I'm going to cut it like that. Quite thinly so that it plays its part in the coleslaw. And as you can see, when you get closer, your fingers with the knife, round them out so that you're less likely to chop your fingers off. Okay, we're getting to the pointy end of the cabbage. So I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing. All right. Whew, we did it. We're gonna pop that all together into a bowl. I'm sure you can cut it much more finely than I. So we're almost done with step one. Now we just want to put a little bit of our lime juice in to keep it nice and fresh. I'm going to give it a good stir just to get that lime juice all the way through, and so I can see all the colours from the top to the bottom. All right, we'll let that sit for now. You can go and do that step in your own time and come back for step two. All right, welcome back to step two. We're gonna cut our beef and season it to get our tacos on their way. So all we need to do is get a piece, and we're gonna, again, doesn't matter what size you choose for your beef slices, but we've got an already thinly sizzle steak cut. I'm gonna cut them into strips so they're nice and easy. Kind of like that. Okay, I'm gonna pop them straight into this bowl and season them a little bit afterwards. Oh, it's a bit thin, isn't it? Always help if you have a really sharp knife. If you have a blunt knife, you run a bit of a risk of pulling the meat and hurting your fingers, / just getting annoyed. Okay, so now that we've cut them all into some thin strips, I'm gonna season this with some salt and pepper. Again, doesn't really matter, it's always up to preference, but if you want a lot of flavour, you want as much as you can get. Go like this, and I'll use this little spoon to mix it around and go it again. Have a bit of a mix of the mince to make sure it's got all of that flavour. And you don't need too much salt, but we'd rather add it now than add it at the table because we don't want to have too much. Cool, maybe a bit more pepper. tiny bit more salt. Okay. All right. We're ready now to go to the stove and cook up our beef. Right, welcome back to the stove. We are going to put some olive oil into a hot pan, and then we're going to add the beef and then some garlic. Oop, not too much. I'm going to heat up the stove. Once your pan's hot enough, I reckon it's time to pop it on so that you get that sizzle. Mix it around so they all got their fry time. Now we're going to add some garlic for that extra garlicky flavour. You can obviously use freshly squished garlic, but I'm going to go for the minced garlic version because it saves a bit of time as well. All right. That 1 clove is about equal to half a teaspoon, but because I like garlic, I'm going to go for it. Love the smell. Spread it around, gets that garlicky love. Now, when you're about halfway through cooking your beef, so about this point, you can add your marinade in so it soaks up that flavour. And then go for a little bit more, and then we'll take it off the heat. Okay, got a lot of juices going in there, that's totally fine. Yum, okay. Get every last bit of teriyaki marinade. Beauty. So our beef is cooked and we're ready to serve, so we can head into step 3 when you're ready. All right, step 3 is plating up, which is always quite fun. I'm going to grab the tacos out of the oven. Okay, make sure your hands are washed because we're going to use these to present your tacos. I'm going to start with some beef at the bottom because it's nice and flavoursome. Maybe 2 or 3 strips. Oop. Or 4. Okay, and we're going to add our coleslaw on top, like so. Okay, we've got lime juice in there, but you can also serve it with your lime juice, and then use your mayonnaise to serve. It's still got the thing on, so I'm going to have to. Oh boy. Got mayonnaise to squirt on the top, like so. However much you so desire. And if you like chili and things like that, you can add them in here, as well as things like avocado. And we have our cut up limes to squeeze on. Or if you're presenting for a group or your family, you can pop it on here, like so. Ah. And zhuzh. Voila! There we have our beef tacos. I am really happy with these and they smell great. I hope you've had fun and enjoy.
I hope you've enjoyed cooking with us today. I know that we certainly have. We hope you enjoy your meal. We would love to see a photo of what you've prepared. So take a photo before you dig in and send it to us at Streetlight Community on either Facebook or Instagram, and tag us at #StreetEats. Please keep an eye out for other videos that we're going to be uploading with some other tasty meals that you can prepare for yourself and your family.
See you next time.
See you next time.